Hi guys.
You're the good kind of crazy.
Welcome guys.
Mama live with you and not
This is my first live stream here. Just listening to some music, rolling a joint before I prepare to shuffle up and do you guys' live Gemini reading. What's going on? What's going on with you guys? Bear with me, like I'm so new to this. I'm just gonna do my thing, do what I normally do on the recorded, but just do it here live with you guys. Thanks for joining. Hi Yvette. Welcome. I'm gonna get started in a bit. Ah, that's a beautiful mix. Oh, you've got a really, the new moon in November is in Scorpio, Yvette. It's going to be a big one for you. You want you in another way, already. Good type of crazy. You're so mad, you're bad for me, man. Good kind of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you're the good kind of crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna end up recording this. I hope there's I gotta figure out how I'm able to actually post this reading once I do it live. But yeah, this is gonna be your monthly reading. And I'm just preparing, so those that are new to the room, welcome. I'm just listening to a little bit of music, rolling a joint before I prepare and start shuffling up your cards for your Gemini monthly reading. So I don't know what you guys are doing. Those that are watching, I don't know what you guys are up to right now, but definitely get comfortable, roll a joint, make a tea, I don't know, get your dinner. I don't know where you're at, what time it is, and just get cozy. And we'll see what's going on with you guys. While I'm preparing here, how was last month? I'm not sure if I was able to do you guys' reading last month. It's been so crazy, so I didn't even get through all of them last month. I tried, but I'm going to stay on it. I don't even care, I'm not going to let that deter me. I'm really trying to balance my passions with, what I got going on in my life personally in the 3D, but I really want to stick with this. So I'm going to keep doing it. And yeah, thank you guys for your support and joining me. Again, for those who are new, I'm just listening to some music, chatting with you guys, rolling a joint, and then I'm going to get to shuffling for you guys. Hi, Philip. Welcome. Oh, from Alabama. That's awesome. Welcome, Philip. For those that are already here, bear with me. I'm just letting people get to the room. Like I said, this is my first live stream, so this is pretty new for me. And but I'm going to get started really soon. I've been obsessed with the Party Next Door Jeremiah song, which you'll hear in the background. I don't know if YouTube's going to come for me about some copyright stuff. Yvette likes bowls better. Whatever, to each his own, eh? No judgment here. Hey Lee, welcome. Just rolling a joint, getting ready to shuffle up, get ready for you guys' Gemini reading. Curious to see what's going on. Venus is in retrograde, so there's tons going on right now. Past lovers coming back, which is why I'm playing a little Jeremiah and Party Next Door. It's a little bit romantic, which I thought is fitting for Venus in retrograde. She has a tendency to pull on our heartstrings, whether for good or bad, to really bring back relationships from the past emotions, and purge them so we can really experience true love. Some of you guys might already be feeling the effects of Venus in retrograde. If you are, let me know how that's playing out. Venus, good old Venus. Does anybody else in here smoke pot? No discrimination if you don't, because I'll be honest, this is not the purpose of the channel. But if you do, definitely smoke with me. Welcome, guys. Just rolling a joint, getting ready to start your reading. Gonna get to shuffling. Just setting the vibe here. My first live stream. I think this is so cool. Eventually, I want to do I want to have live discussions, metaphysical, spiritual conversations that can get pretty intense, But I guess we'll just start with your live reading, your monthly readings for now before we get into intense discussions. But that's the plan with the whole live chat. Crazy. Some of you guys are the good kind of crazy or want somebody to know you're the good kind of crazy. Don't worry, Venus in retrograde will help you with that. We've got the new moon happening on October 9th. Some of you might be feeling that energy already, feeling the newness, feeling like you want to embark on something new. Some of you might even be feeling the energies of new thoughts, new knowledge that you've penetrated that's starting to manifest in the way you deal with people. Let's get to shuffling. All right, guys, welcome. We're going to get going with your Gemini October 2018 monthly reading. Spirit, thank you for being so divine in every aspect of the word. Thank you for connecting here today. We're going to do the reading here for our Geminis for the month of October. Any messages, any guidance we can provide them at this time? Let's do this. Let's do this. Spirit's really funny. Spirit's awesome. Now this reading, since we're already into the 7th, this reading's gonna taper into November energy. There's the new moon in November on the 9th, on the 6th. And I want to pull those energies until the 6th. All right, guys. This is for my Geminis, monthly October 2018 reading. This is a general reading. I'll try to pull as many messages as possible. I love to read for love. There's a guy who says that. He does awesome readings. He's such a character. But he says, I love to read for love. I said, I love that he's so open about that. Does anybody know that guy? He's got long hair, glasses. Forget his name. Ronnie. Anyways, he always says that. But I'm going to pull general. Whatever messages come is what I'm going to deliver to you guys, okay? Let's cut the deck. This is for Gemini, October 2018 general reading. All right, guys, right off the hop, I've got the Page of Cups in reverse, the Chariot upright, the King of Pentacles upright, the Four of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Wands upright, the Four of Cups upright, the Devil in reverse, the Page of Swords upright. Got 2 pages already. The Nine of Pentacles upright, the 10 of Pentacles, that's the second 10, in reverse. And then lastly, guys, the last card, the Sun. That's beautiful. Now in this reading, I pull 12 cards out of my main deck here, and then I'll clarify with as many cards pop out. But right now, your first 12 cards are those, with your overall energy being the Hermit. So for a lot of you, you've been dealing internally, which is very fitting just based on what's happening with the planets in general. A lot of people have been looking internally to gain knowledge, because a lot of people are realizing, and Saturn's influence really puts the pressure on changing our mindset in order to change our surroundings. So a lot of time people get frustrated with what's not happening, especially when they've got the understanding. So imagine you gain a certain understanding over something, but now the theory part of the lesson is learned, but now you're stepping into the practical part. Some of you are in that transition, I do see here. All right, but yeah, this as an overall energy is amazing. A lot of you are coming into the month of October with a new insight or a new understanding in some form or fashion. Some of you might still be in the hermit mode, literally, meaning, you're not, maybe you're not being social. Maybe you haven't been hanging around people a lot. Maybe you've just been spending more time at home, not partying as much, going to work, coming home kind of idea. That's okay. You know what's best, and the things that you've been inwardly thinking of shedding light upon is worth whatever reclusion you're experiencing at this time. All right. So let's get into the first 8 cards here in the reading, or 6 cards, sorry. There's quite a few messages I'm getting right off of the hop. With the Page of Cups in reverse, beside the Chariot, with the King of Pentacles, I see some of you going ahead. I'm going to say the first message that I got when I saw the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Cups in reverse, that's typically a spilled cup, right? So, a lack of an apology, not expressing one's feelings, or expressing one's feelings in a way that doesn't connect with how they truly feel. So you might try to say how you feel and it comes off wrong, and it causes some kind of, imbalance or spill of a cup, as you will. You see this guy, this page here, his cup's upside down, so whatever is in it is on the floor, right? But the Page of Cups could be an apology upright. When it's in reverse, it could be the lack of one. But wanting to go forward regardless, because you either deserve better, going ahead without it, being prosperous, being stable in yourself. Or this could be you knowing you need to give an apology in order to really mature yourself in a way, or express your feelings to someone in order to go forward. But with the Knight of Pentacles, this could, of course, be a companion. The Knight of Pentacles is considered hubby. But if it's not an actual literal person, this could just be you moving forward in communicating yourself in a way that brings you a high level of maturity. Okay. Some of that maturity might have come from, okay, let me rewind, because I do see children here with the Page of Cups and the Four of Wands in reverse. Some of you might, for my males that are watching that have kids, some of you might be aware that your child is going through maybe some emotional discomfort due to whatever is going on in the home. So for some of you, if you decided to, say, for example, go ahead with a divorce, this divorce is already in play, because I have the Four of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be a legal divorce, just the ending of a long-standing committed relationship with the Ten of Cups here. If you have a child involved, I see one of these parents, this being you possibly, or if your spouse is an earth sign or a Cancer, I have a Virgo, Cancer here, being aware of that, maybe some, getting some news from the school, maybe about your child misbehaving, acting out, or maybe your child came straight to you and said, this is what's going on. Now, I'm not saying your child is necessarily, if there's a child involved and there is a breakup that has happened, and you're managing your child's emotions with regards to this relationship, your child might be old enough to know that this divorce is being managed appropriately. Because I do see for some of you that are in separation, a lot of you are handling it really well in a mature fashion. Putting away, the old ways of doing it, the immature ways, and really stepping into a more mature way of dealing with relationships, whether it's a relationship with yourself or other people. And that is propelling you forward with the Chariot. That's a victory just over that maturity. So for those of you that really felt that growth, you're really pushing yourself forward with that at this time. Like I said, again, that transition between the lesson, the theory part of a lesson, and then the practice part of a lesson. So you guys are now putting things into practice. Now, other people, if there are children involved, just communicate. As a parent, I think it's beautiful when parents communicate their development to their children. Like, for example, if you had a great development, right? Share it with the people around you. It doesn't have to be a child, but with the Page of Cups, it could be somebody younger to you, maybe a younger sibling who's maybe going through relationship issues as well. And you're realizing that where you've come and what you've gone through, you were at that stage maybe 5 years ago and can actually really help this person out. Either way, I'm seeing a really beautiful level of maturity here. For some of you, I see that I have to acknowledge it. For my women watching, I have two kings here. I have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So that is an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries. I don't get too hung up on the signs because it could be anybody. But with two kings here, this could be possibly walking away from one king because there's an immaturity there or a lack. I'm seeing with the Page of Cups, there's a lack of something. It's not a maturity thing. Maybe if it is with regards to somebody younger, but I'm just seeing a holding back. And some of my Geminis deciding to go forward regardless and going forward to another king, somebody who's a little bit more passionate. Because maybe some of my Geminis left one relationship due to lack of passion, and wanting to manifest a more passionate relationship. This could be with somebody you already know. Some of you are feeling that this could be vice versa, but there is someone, possibly you, feeling with the Four of Cups here and two kings. I see that somebody is feeling like they're being ignored, or one of you guys is, or some of you guys are ignoring an offer. So out of these two kings, like I said, you guys might know who these two people are, because it doesn't have to be men. It could be male or female. It's just a high level of maturity. But with this here, I see that this, and it's being closest to this fire energy, this mature fire energy. They're either ignoring you or you're ignoring them. You could possibly be ignoring them because you're in the midst of a separation, divorce, something of that nature, or you've been alone for a long time, personally developing yourself. So you're hesitant because you could be one of these kings. But I do see a sense of ignoring something that's right in front of you. Now, I'm not sure what that is. We will get clarification, no doubt, but I don't know. Like with two kings, you've got the Chariot, so you're moving forward. And you're moving forward already with a sense of feeling victorious. So I feel like the victory, because the Chariot is victory moving forward, but I feel like it's the victory that you gained in yourself that's propelling you forward, which is why I said out of these two kings, you might be one of them, right? Because at king stage, it's maturity, less about male or female in a general reading. It could be, but not necessarily. It could just 50-50 also be your energy, right? But with two of them, I'm thinking either you're one of them and there's another energy coming in or already there, or these are two separate energies and you're the chariot embodiment moving forward, pushing forward. Okay. Now, this Four of Cups here is beside the Devil in reverse and the Page of Swords. Now, being an air sign, obviously, you know, the Page of Swords could be you. I'm more looking at it like either you coming, okay, so pages are obviously, swords are communication, pages are messages. So I have to, by default, put out there that there could be communication that you've either ignored or are going to be kind of flippant about. And I feel like you're being that way due to one of these energies because you're feeling like with the Devil in reverse, that's toxic energy that you're releasing. It's you maybe feeling like this new person coming in has similarities to what you've left behind. Because I'm not seeing the devil associated with any one of these people. I see this being an energy of release, which makes sense with Venus, new moon energy, all of that. Like there's a release happening. But with the Page of Swords, that is a release that happens in like this world here. This isn't a rods or a cup. This is a Page of Swords that I look at similarly to the Page of Pentacles. That is a 3D practical form of communication or offer. But I see somebody ignoring it. I'm going to get clarification on this devil and these fours here, because you've got 2 4s being 8. This could be a soulmate connection, which obviously if you are leaving a long-term relationship, just because you're choosing to leave, it doesn't mean that that wasn't a soulmate. And nor does it mean that because you're ignoring somebody and not ready to move forward with somebody, that doesn't mean they're not a soulmate either. So I do acknowledge the 4s that I see lapping each other. As you can see here, these 2 4s are lapping each other. That to me looks like an 8. Okay, that infinity, right? And here are your 2 kings mirroring each other to a certain degree. But I have this 10 of Cups here and this Devil in reverse beside this 4 of Wands and this 4 of Cups. So I'm seeing with this energy here, some doubt, some past energy, some purging, some understanding with a 10 here, whether it's upright or reverse. It's very fitting to the kings because at this level of maturity, there's an understanding of what is encompassed by all these cups. And I have another 10 here being the rods. Sorry, guys. You've got the 10 of rods here. And a 9. So there's a lot of mature energy here, and that isn't to do with age. That's more to do with thinking, approach towards this. Now, I do see this being relationship based. I do have the 9 of Pentacles, but the energy I'm getting with the 9 of Pentacles in line with this 10 of Wands in reverse going into the second half of the month with this beautiful Sun card, you know, kind of kicking it off going into November, is that this 9 of Pentacles is actually more of a reflection of your stability and your fear to not be alone. This is the singles card, but this doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be single at the end of the month. You could be in a relationship, but feel more independent than you ever had. This, with this Devil in reverse, right under this 10, between these 2 10s, it's like you've been there, you've done that. There's understanding, there's clarity. So even within a relationship, I can stand alone. Now that's hot. I want to make something clear. Like, if you can stand alone in a relationship and be independent, it makes you that much more attractive. So whether you're single, getting to this place of maturity, ready to embark and go back to the Fool, to the 0 and start again, you're going to start again with the 9 of Pentacles in your back pocket. That's that stable understanding within oneself as an individual, as a single person. If you find this in a relationship, God bless you, because that is divine. And if a partner that you're with helps you get to this place of feeling independent as a single person within a partnership, my God, I like it. Like, that's hot. You know what I mean? I love that, you know? And it's reflective on how hot the sun is and how happy you're going to feel. Okay, so let's get some clarification. I'm going to pull out the second deck here. And I just want to take a moment to thank everybody. Stacy, I'm going to try to make it a common thing. I've been trying to, this is my first live chat, so I hope I make it a common thing. Thank you for joining. This is so cool, man. This is so fucking cool. I really do want to try to make this a regular thing. And like I said, I want to get like live discussions going. These readings are cool, but I want to get some really fiery debates going because I know a lot of spiritual people come through, watch these videos, are looking for outlets, not just to receive information, but to share their spiritual understanding with people. So I want to create some kind of platform in that regard. But give me a break. This is my first live, okay? I'm sharing it with you, Geminis, cross watchers, all you guys. All right, Spirit, let's shuffle up. I want to get some clarification now. For this clarification, I really want to more focus on the second half of October, just because we're already into the 7th of October, and the energies you're going to go into up into the new moon, November 6th. All right, let's see what's going on, Spirit. Thank you for guiding this reading this far. Okay, you know who's tuned in, you know who's looking for the message. Let's make clear messages. Let's make these clear messages even clearer for my Geminis during the period of October to early November. One more time. This is a beautiful reading so far, guys. I'm seeing the devil in reverse with a lot of signs, but that's just Venus in retrograde is going to do that. You know, you see the two people, you see the partners, right? You know, the lovers that are chained together in a toxic way, you know, and releasing that, whether releasing the chains for them to come together, or releasing the chains so that they can go find their divine partners. So that's, I mean, that's Venus in its essence. Beautiful Capricorn energy as well. I do see the Two of Swords here. I do have to acknowledge this Two of Swords at the bottom. This Two of Swords could be very well between these two kings, or continuing to stay single in the Chariot energy, or choosing between somebody else. But there is this sense of indecision here. I did want to acknowledge that. All right, Spirit, let's get clarification. This is for October 15th to November 6th new moon. I believe the new moon is in Scorpio. This new moon is in Libra this month. Coming out of disillusion. Wow, we have the Chariot again. That's a very upright. That is an incredibly strong energy. With the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords. This is your energy, guys. This is absolutely beautiful. I knew from the minute I pulled the Chariot the first time that that was your energy. And then with the Chariot popping out again now with this Queen of Swords energy, this is you being victorious in your own space. And that either taking your relationship to new heights or bringing in a better relationship. Even with regards to career and work, I mean, this energy is very logical, straightforward, practical, understanding. Like the Queen of Swords, like those of you that know the meaning of tarot, like the cards and shit, this woman has been through fucking hell. Like under her pretty gown, her body is covered in scars, please believe. And that's why she moves the way she does. And that's why she can come off kind of aloof. But don't get it twisted. No different than the Queen of Pentacles, you know, not so much the Queen of Pentacles, but more so the Queen of Cups and Wands. She has a divine partner that she's trying to manifest into her. She's just using a different approach. Okay, so this is you moving forward in your strength, taking your pain, harnessing it, and letting it propel you forward. Absolutely fantastic. And if that's your energy and that's resonating with you, no wonder you're bringing in 2 other mature energies to choose from. Or this could be representative of you becoming more stable or more passionate towards career or even a relationship. But with these 2 kings here, I feel they're people, especially with this counterpart part of the Queen of Swords. Now that energy can be vice versa. If this is a man watching, then you are the Queen of Swords, being the Gemini energy, moving forward, being victorious in your own purging. And that either bringing you 2 mature options that add to your stability and your passion. Maybe you're not feeling passionate. Maybe you're feeling stable. You're like, yeah, I've done great for myself, but I'm lacking something. You know, I'm the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. I am kind of cold. You're bringing your King of Wands to you. That's going to counterbalance that fiery energy for you. I promise you. Okay. I've got 3 pages here. 2 of them are in reverse. The other one's upright. When I have multiple pages in a reading, especially multiple ones in reverse, you need to be very careful of manipulative people in your life. This is not necessarily a partner. This could be siblings. This could be friends. This could be even children. Children behaving badly, children being manipulative, stealing, not so much stealing, sorry. Being manipulative, partaking maybe in some risky behavior. Be very careful if you have young teens. They may be involved in sex that they shouldn't be at that age. If this is friends, be very careful. You might have friends in your circle that are speaking negatively about you. These might actually be people you've already cut out your life or decide to cut out your life. But please be wary of it, because with the moon here, there's some things, probably by these pages in reverse, that are happening behind the scenes. So I do want you to be careful of that. These secrets. But I feel like the reason why it's so secret is because you are in this element, and this radiates an energy of don't fucking lie to me, don't play with me, like I'm busy, like I've been through enough, don't reopen old wounds. That's what this energy is. People can feel that without you communicating it to them. That's where that, oh, they're kind of cold comment comes in. If people are telling you that, it means you're emanating that energy that you were not to be ramped with at this time. Now, I feel like to tell you, you should keep this energy, because with these 2 pages in reverse, your instincts are telling you to be that way, because you know there is some deceit, you know there's some things happening in the darkness that has yet to come to light. There is some disillusion that you're coming out of. So you might already know this. So if this is resonating, you might already know these deceitful people. You already might know the bad seeds in your circle and be ready to let them go regardless. So you might be ready to let people go without the proof, is what I'm trying to say, right? You might be already suspecting that there's, people are speaking badly about you, shit like that, and say, you know what? I don't need to have proof. You might confront them and say, hey, did you say this about me? Or do you feel this way? And they might say, no, no, I didn't. You're going to know intuitively that that's not true. And without the proof, you're going to cut them out. So good for you in being in. And again, this reading emanates, mature energy and the victory that comes from being mature. But it's because of everything. This is experience. Like, you have experience here. Spirit, can you clarify this 4 of Wands and this 4 of Cups? What is it that Gemini is either being, wow, again, in reverse, right beside the card I was asking clarification for. Wow. Wow. Some of you suspect, if there is 2 people, that's in your space. One you're walking away from, another in your space. Some of you might be ignoring another person because you might think that they have a third party going on. You might be feeling like some of you, especially if you're in early separation, meaning you've only been separated from a long-term relationship within a year, and there's somebody else in your space that there is some kind of connection with, but you've been ignoring their advances. It's because you feel like it's something you've walked away from before, but it's not. You didn't manifest the same thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys is Spirit's telling me to have a little faith in what it's bringing you, because you've changed so much in your own aura that it's inevitable that the things you bring in are going to be different. But I see you kind of ignoring something, and I think it's fear-based. I really do. I think it's fear-based. Some of you, though, on the other hand, are walking away, disconnecting. Well, with the Eight of Cups, I mean, that's walking away from a third party situation, or walking away from something that has caused you, extreme embarrassment publicly, maybe in your circle of friends, walking away from, something that used to make you really happy. Maybe walking away from, if you have one child, this is walking away from the father or mother of that one child. But if that is, I have to throw it out there, for some of you, for a small portion of you, you have to let go this fire sign. This fire sign here, the King of Pentacles, he's savvy. That energy, that grounded energy, I'm savvy with that guy or girl, a woman or man, mature energy. But this fire sign, even though it's upright, it's surrounded by the 10 of Cups. It's in line with the 4 of Wands in reverse. It looks like Spirit's either telling you you need to ignore it, or you already have, and it might be trying to latch on. I'm trying to get this message because with the Devil coming out in reverse twice, that's a really strong message that either you need to release something, a toxic tie to a person. Now, of course, this could mean addictions of some kind, food, sex, drugs, alcohol, no doubt. But when I'm seeing a lot of people, 3 pages, 2 kings, a queen, the Chariot, like those are a lot of people. And there's people in these cards. If you include Lucifer, that's 4 people and 2 angels. Like that's a lot of energy going on. That's a strong message to release and walk away. If you're being ignored, if you're the one being ignored, you need to walk away. You're being ignored because there's somebody else involved taking this person's attention from you. There's somebody else involved. See the 3 of Cups here? It's distracting this person from the 4th cup, which is you. If that's you, if you're feeling like you're the one being overlooked, ignored, if you have a fire sign or an earth sign ignoring you or not giving you the attention you want to start something with them, it's because they're occupied, either with children or another relationship or whatever the case is. But with the right beside the Devil twice, you need to release that. If you're the one being ignored, you got to release that. And then boom. And right there, boom, right under the 2 devils is the 10 of Wands in reverse. That is you releasing that burden. Okay, so there is a need to release, which, is the song and dance for for Venus in retrograde. You know, even Saturn's influence is putting a lot of pressure on us to face the hard truths. And if the hard truth is that somebody is ignoring you and not giving you the attention that you are willing to give to them to start something, you got to let that go, especially when there's so much going on. I mean, for all I know, these two kings haven't come in yet because we're only at the 7th, right? So like, don't create unnecessary blockages for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I got the Temperance card. I've got the 8 of Pentacles. I see this as being some of you guys trying to reignite passion into your life. I think a lot of you had taken a really, I think there's been a lot of harshness in the way you've been developing yourself, which has been good. But I think there's an internal need to work on bringing passion back in your life, melting a bit of the Queen of Swords energy and bringing a little bit of passion in your life, balancing back out. If you guys are working a lot or have been really practical, whether it's co-parenting, whatever, there's a need to work towards balancing that out because you will burn out. Okay, being practical, being logical is really good. Even having that internal self-awareness that can be really harsh that a lot of people avoid. Geminis can be really good at looking at themselves and saying, no, this is what needs to be developed in me. I'm not going to lie to myself. That's why I'm so honest with other people. That's how I'm able to be so honest with other people, because I'm honest with myself. But I see that really like cold, harsh energy towards yourself. I see you being aware. And if you're not, the message from Spirit is balance yourself out a little bit. I think it's time to heaten things up within yourself, be a little bit more compassionate, cozy, romantic, sultry, sexy, let that fire energy come in a little bit, because I think it's time for you to balance out, especially if you've been doing hard shit like walking away, cutting toxic people out of your life, gaining maturity from doing those tough actions, going through a separation or divorce. Those are all heavy, cold, metallic things. There's a sense of like metallic. And sorry guys, my phone's like going off. Sorry guys. And yeah, if you've been doing all of that and having to cut toxic people out and do all that, it's time to just heal a little bit. Balance the scales, because right now they're not balanced. So that's showing me that there's some kind of imbalance, which would make sense if there's all this heavy shit. If you have darkness around you and you're dealing with negative energies, your shadow side is going to increase. I want to do a group discussion specifically on acceptance of light and shadow sides and knowing the difference between the two. This is super important, causing people a lot of mental anguish. I believe a lot of mental illness is associated with either discrediting either side. Having a lack of balance between your light and dark side is going to cause mental instability, period. We'll talk about that on another video, okay? But within Gemini's internal space, a need to balance that out is super important. So if you've been dealing with some negativity, it might be important for you to reach out to some really positive people that might not have anything to do with your divorce, might not know the details of, sometimes in your really close social circle, it can get muddy to talk to other friends because they talk to that person, and the loyalty gets all muddled because everyone's friends. There might be a need for you to step out of that negative circle, especially if there's some deceit, negative shit going on, and go to somebody outside in a new circle. Somebody has a positive nature about them to help you rebalance yourself out, because that is going to help you bring that much needed fire, heat, energy in you to make you feel nice and balanced again. because there could be a coldness that comes after releasing, right? Because I believe that the releasing of the toxic energy is going to happen when you balance your light and shadow side. Now, if you want, in the comments, you can definitely leave comments if you're finding that you're struggling with how to address your shadow side. I highly suggest writing a letter to your shadow side if you're struggling on internal pain, releasing that internal pain, because usually it has to do with a lack of compassion to the dark side of you. A lot of us blame our dark side, punish our dark side, and separate ourselves from it, not acknowledging it's a part of us. So instead of being incompassionate to yourself and being so cold, let's balance out your light and dark side. Be compassionate, okay, about all of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's going to allow you to have compassion for other people's shadow and light side. That's going to balance you out. That's going to bring the warm shit in. Because I see Geminis have been dealing with some heavy shit, cutting off people, walking away from people, calling people out while still maintaining a household and still growing, maturing oneself. That's a lot. So kudos to you guys. But can we all agree it's time to like have a drink, relax, reach out to people who have a lighter, more positive energy to them? Because what they'll do is they'll also help give you a better perspective about what it is you are going. So if you need advice about something you're going through and feel like you can't go to your social circle because of how close they are and whatever that drama intertwines with them, and you go to an outside person who knows nothing about it, but they're going to bring their positive outlook on it, you're now going to go back to your own social circle with a completely different energy. So it's very important that we reach out to our angels. There's angels all around us, okay, that have messages for us, have positive energy to give to us free of cost, without anything in return, not even advice. So why not utilize that, take advantage of that, and let things balance out and enjoy a little bit? Because this, out of all this reading, whatever fuckery you've been dealing with, whatever heavy shit, it all lightens up. The cold all washes away. Going into November's new moon, you have the sun. There is no card happier, better, more fulfilling, or feels so good as the sun. So I think the focus should be, come mid-month going into November, balancing out your shadow side, okay? Letting all the heavy shit that you've been dealing with kind of wash over you now. It's great to think about it. You know, you guys are very logical thinking people, can be in your heads, your two heads, you're going to look at things from the two ways. You know, your two faces, you're going to look at everything from those two faces to really understand. And I want you guys to get out of your head a little bit and let your inner angels, your souls, whether shadow or light, live a little bit. Okay. And when I say let your shadow side live, that doesn't mean like go around and act fucked up. Because like I said, we'll do another video about what that means. But it's more about an acceptance of oneself. Okay. It's important that you harness that strength, but heal yourself. Okay. Don't be so harsh on yourself, you know? And then what happens is you'll be able to be more compassionate to people, and then people can stop fucking saying, oh, he or she is so cold. They're so aloof. Meanwhile, inside, that ice is like an ocean. You know, I see that air, you know, is so close to all the signs, so intimate to all the other elements in a way that the other elements aren't to each other. Air is such a part of fire, water, earth, like it's the in-between. And I want you to go into that space a little bit, you know, and let some fire in, play a little bit, guys, enjoy. I don't even want to go further because I want to end this reading and my first live chat, my first live reading, whatever, with the sun. Because this is what you guys deserve, especially if you've been dealing with all of this. Lee Good for you, feeling empowered. That's what cutting off toxic ties does. That's what Venus is helping you do. And you're making room for better friends, better lovers. You're making room for the people you cut out to be better and come back to you in a new form or fashion. So good for you. Rose, hi, Rose. Hey. Sorry, I read like an old person. Okay, I'm coming with those. I'm coming with those. I'm coming with the rest of the readings. I'm going to do as many live ones as I can. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to try to keep these going. I'm going to try to do debates, like straight, like discussions where we literally just sit here with cocktails, food. I don't care what you need, and just be prepared to sit here for an hour and we're going to fucking chat. We're going to talk about all kinds of shit, and we are really going to share each other's spirituality. I know there's angels here, eh? Like, I've got 1,000 subscribers. I believe half of them are angels, light workers, angels, whether they do tarot or not. Like, I know that. Like, I've done a lot of personal readings for angels. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you, angels, for the work you do. You're not alone. We're going to make a community together. I also want to talk about the other tarot readers, because I know there's people on here watching that want to do tarot too. Let's share the other good tarot readers. I know I love OJC Tarot. I love Sunrise, Sunshine Tarot. Rodney or Romney Tarot, he's good too. There's tons of amazing tarot people, guys. So enjoy the rest of your month, and I will see you soon. Mwah, mwah. Light and love. Bye, guys. Oh my God, House of Oshun. Yes, I love her, Rose. She's awesome, eh? She's hilarious too. I watch all the signs because I just love her energy. Rose, you know. Yvette, thank you. You know, your support is awesome. And what I'm dying, Rose. And Yvette, thank you. You've been here since the very beginning of the chat. Thank you for sticking with the whole video. I hope I find a way to like save this and actually put it as the Gemini video and don't actually have to do another one. But this was so much fun, guys. I'm going to start a new live chat and do Tauruses. I'm going to do Taurus because I know people want Taurus. I see here. All right, guys. Bye.